Hello, Neil. So before we start, can you tell us who you are and what do you do?
Hi, my name's Neil Kerr. I work with Breakeven as a practitioner working with problem gamblers. I have been doing this for 5 years now.
So what are you offering?
We have collaborated with the Hub here in Worthing. The Hub work with people in the community. They hold spaces for people to come and do knitting, arts and crafts, creative writing, and they have a space in this Hub where we can do some counselling. So we have a space where we can open up into the Worthing community, and if anybody's affected by gambling, either the gambler themselves or family and friends who have been affected by the gambling, they can access free counselling up to 8 weeks.
So before anything else, can you give us a background about Breakeven?
Breakeven have been an organisation that have been running for about 20 years. It was set up with someone who was affected directly by gambling, and he started on a small basis in Brighton, and now he has places in Lincoln, Eastbourne, Chelmsford, Norwich, up to about 12 different towns and cities across the south of England, and we directly counsel. It's like an intervention. So somebody's got a problem, they phone up the number. Within that week, they will be assessed, allocated a counsellor. The counsellor will take them and work with the support for up to 8 weeks, then signpost them into the community if that's needed. They don't have to have stopped gambling. They can maybe want to control, or a family member who's working, we work with a family member who's going through the emotions and the dysfunctionality of seeing someone really having problems in their relationships and their ambitions and their paying the bills and deprivation through the gambling. And it's so uncomfortable to see someone you love being destroyed by gambling. So we support them through their emotions, and with the gambler we do a thing called the Wheel of Life, and we sort of try and get them back on track with life.
People in general might not be aware of the effects of gambling to the person or to the loved one. So what are the signs that, the signals that a person is actually affected by gambling?
When someone enters into like problem gambling, because there's different forms of gambling, but problem gambling I would say would be when people spend money they shouldn't be spending. So when people start to sort of spend money that's there for their upkeep of their week or their month, isolation, mood swings, borrowing money, just a general sort of change in their demeanour. Yeah.
Okay. So who can access counseling? Is it for free?
The counselling is for free. It's actually funded by the agencies, the companies that orchestrate the gambling, which is a strange sort of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But they put money into a pot. I think they're obligated through the government, and that pot gets distributed towards helping these gamblers who formulate problems, and Breakeven is part of that. And we reach out to anyone who feels as though they're going downhill maybe, and they're not really accumulated a lot of problems, but they feel as though they're out of control at times. They can access for 1 or 2 sessions. Or somebody who's maybe feel as though they're entrenched. I call it entrenched. It's maybe they've been 20 years gambling and it becomes their personality, who they are, and it's hard to break. So when I come across people of that nature, or people that are really pathological, that really sort of into the gambling, we can signpost to rehab if it's severe. So in the more severe cases, we can signpost them to rehab. There's general knowledge of Gamblers Anonymous, of online group supports for family, friends. There's so many different aspects of gambling that we've got access to the information that's relevant to the gambler or the affected other.
Okay, so the affected others can also access help.
Yes.
Okay. So how can people access this support?
They can access it through the links that are down below. Also, you could walk directly into the Pause Hub community. Also, for anyone who wants to access Breakeven, if you go into you can access that with the link down below, and through the channels of communication, through email or phone call, you can access counselling.